Hey folks, welcome to 12.4a, day number 2. 3 things today. You got some DDD work, but there's not an upload. We're just going to review the target and do some Yabbats. You do have a Schoology activity, 12.4a quiz prep. You'll find that on the calendar, and you'll take the 12.4a quiz. That quiz prep will really solidify your knowledge of it, and most of your time will be spent on that, practicing those. There'll be 12 problems there today. So you can set up your paper with your review and your Yabbats on top, your Schoology work on the bottom. Again, I'd write down the Schoology work so that you have multiple attempts on that one. So it's just nice to have your work and your answers so you don't have to redo it the whole time or every time to get a better score if you don't like your score the first round. All right, let's just review this here. A rectangular prism, we need to be able to find the surface area, which is the total area, the combined or the sum of the area of each of the faces. So I would just start off by putting 6 lines down a piece of paper just like this. And this is exactly what I do to show my work. I do 10 times 3 in my head, and I just write down on those first 2 lines 30 and 30. 30 on this bottom piece, 30 on the top piece, because there's 2 of each of those measurements. Then I would do 6 times 3. That would give me this side and this side. So the next 2 lines, I'd put 18 and 18. And then I have the last 2 measurements. That measurement is it's 10 and it's by 6. So I put 60 and 60. I total all those guys up. I have 216 meters squared. What you see right there, that's what my work steps would look like for this problem. I don't think it's asking too much. I think it's as fast as the speech bubble, if not faster, because after all, you don't even need to draw the lines. You've already got lined paper. All right. All right. Let's take a look at another one. Same thing here. First side would be 5 times 4. That would be 20 and 20. This next side here would be 12 and 12. The top here, or the back and the front would be 5 and 3, which would be 15. I'm going to slide them off my answers. Here's another very acceptable, even more abbreviated form of showing your work. My 20s, 2 12s, 2 15s, 94 centimeters squared. Get what I'm saying? I don't think my expectation for work steps is too much on this. If you want to do this, you can. All right, let's have you try one. Wait a minute, Mr. Dudley, there's no picture. You can do it. G'day, mate, you can do it. Just ask Mick Dundee. Weird. All right, see how you did. Well, these ones without measurements, I like the method of, the speech bubble method. So if I did my 12 times 8, I would have 96 and 96. If I did 12 times 6, I would have 72 and 72. If I came back across the top, if I did 6 times 8, then I have 48 and 48. Add those bad boys all up, you got 432 square feet. I think that's a pretty fair way of showing work too. Not bad, huh? Yeah, I knew you'd get this. All right, what about the Yabbats? There's always a Yabbat. How do you find the area of a rectangular prism when they give you the net? Well, you could probably guess. I use that same line I used before to establish the measurements of the net. I look at the base. Here I kind of put 2 sides of the base in. So my base is going to be 13.5 centimeters by 18.5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. And then I really like the speech bubble method for this because I can take 5 times 13. I get 67.5. I can take 5 times 18.5, that's 92.5, and of course I put each of those down twice. Then I come across the top, I do 18.5 times 13.5. I have 249.75, add those babies up, you've got 819.5 centimeters squared. Not bad, huh? Time for you to try a couple here. Try this guy right here, and I put the red line in on this one to help you establish those measurements. I would encourage you to try the speech bubble method on this one. Okay, let's see how you did. Well, your measurements are 9, 3, and 5. Put them in order. 9 times 3 is 27 and 27. 9 times 5 is 45 and 45. 3 times 5 is 15 and 15. Put those bad boys all together. Add them up. 54 plus 90 plus 30. This is the 54. Here's your 90. Here's your 30. 174 inches squared. Not too bad. Try this one here. Okay, let's take a look. See how you did. Should have come up with 208 centimeters squared. You can check my work steps, make sure I did them right. Okay, time for some independent practice on your Schoology thing. What you'll be doing in Schoology is you'll actually be doing problems 1 through 12 here. So go to the Schoology activity, and those were the problems. I've already put them in there. and you can just go ahead and work those through. Again, there is no upload today. You've done your work here, so do the Schoology 12.4a quiz prep, and then do 12.4a the quiz, and you'll be ready for our next lesson, which will be 12.4b. Thanks.